Welcome everybody to our pre-holiday celebration, the open mic, and we're gonna do an unconference. And let me see a show of hands. How many of you have done unconference before? Or know what that is? So maybe one or two. But just to give you an idea, it would be actually entirely unplanned, but you can come with some topic suggestion. And then from all the topics suggested, everybody can vote on it. So let's say here with this group, we can have four discussions. So we can have four breakout groups of discussion. Then we pick the top four most popular topics to discuss, and then you go into breakout rooms. So that's the idea. But I think it looks like we're going to have 11 speakers for tonight, so we may not actually have time to get to the unconference part. So let's see. But otherwise, too, we're kind of going through everybody. Everybody is accepted. There are 11 of you who have signed up to speak tonight. So everybody gets 5 minutes, and then we'll be warning you, too. And then after that, everybody gets about like a minute or two to answer questions and Q&A from everybody. So that's the plan. But first, welcome again to join us, the AI Collective Chicago chapter. First of all, before we start, we want to say a big thank you to David Giard. Yes, and David is the partner solutions architect at Microsoft. He's been also a very active community organizer. He has his cloud group and various different things, and he's a speaker and podcast, all these things. So we want to thank him, and also give him a chance to say a few words. So thank you.
Thank you. I like that the arrow is pointing, so you know that this is a picture of me, and that's not. My name is David. I work here, so welcome to my job. And logistics here. I think first of all, this would be an excellent time for everyone to turn off their cell phones. Pauses to wait for that to happen. If anybody needs to use the restroom, it's go out this door right here, or turn left. You'll see signs that say restrooms. Men are right across from each other, and there's still some pizza out there. I wanted to call. I want to call attention to a user group that I run, if you don't mind.
Yes, please do.
We meet monthly. We're the Chicago Cloud Computing User Group. We meet in this room. The next meeting is January 6th at 6 p.m. right here. If you come, please register ahead of time so you can get the little name tags. You can get in the building a lot easier, and we can buy enough pizza. I put the URL right on this whiteboard over there, and that whiteboard over there is hard to see from a distance, but it's chicagocloudug.com. That'll just redirect you to the meetup site where you can register for that. And I'm excited to see everybody out here. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much, David. Yes, thank you. So yes, so actually also let me see a show of hands. Who is this your first time at this at our organization's meetup? Yeah, so quite a few of you. So thank you for coming and thank you for joining us. And I know some of you are speakers too. So just want to extend a special welcome to you to join us. And so this is our agenda. We already spent more time than 30 minutes than I was hoping to do social networking and pizza, and because of the delay of the drinks, there's always something happen. But so now we'll do a quick intro announcements, and then we'll have, actually now we have 11 sign up, although I'm not sure if everybody is here. It looks like it turns out to be a smaller group, but that doesn't matter. So if anybody wants to say something too at the last minute, we also accept it too, because, as such, we're a smaller group. I think we can accommodate you as well. And then after that, we'll have more networking and break. And then again, I put it here because we were going to do the unconference. So let's see if there's enough interest, there's time, we can still do it too. Then just give it a try. So I think I've done it before because I also organized the Java users group, and then the Java community have been doing it. And it's fun because you get everybody to participate in talking about something that matters to you. So that's the idea. So let's see how things go. And then after that, we'll just have some closing, and then we can still talk until David kicks us out, essentially. So, okay, so that's the plan. First, let me really quickly too about the AI Collective. We are a nonprofit, and actually we are applying to become 501c3 approval. So now it's in the process. But we're a grassroots community. We currently have 100 100,000 people from all over the world. And I'm also helping out with the North America and Latin America expansion as well. I'm on that team. So basically, too, this is a diagram actually from the co-founder, Chappie. He's got this pioneer picture, and about us. We're like where we are. We are trying to help, with human progress through time. So that's what we are too. It's very exciting. There are lots of things where not just technology pillar, we also have the investors community, founders community, all kinds to anybody interested in talking about and building research, all kinds, right? In the, AI related fields too. So that's the purpose of our organization. We give you a platform to present and do many different things. So currently we have 100,000 plus members. As you can see, it is expanding. We're expanding quite quickly too. If you know of anybody in any other cities and metro areas, big and small, they want to start a chapter, let me know and we can help you too. So okay, and then there are all these. There's just stats, but it keeps growing. We have all these 500 plus events hosted, 400 plus team members, and 50 plus partner organizations at this point. So we have members too from all of the major, AI related companies, product companies, service companies as well. And what this means for you, that means, we want a thriving community. It helps you in your career, in your growth, in your passion, everything too. So that's what it is, and make society better. So if you want to join the community, you can go to our website. It's actually aicollective.com, and you can find various information. And if you need more information, you can always reach out to us. And today's event too, we're being live streaming it on the AI Collective live stream page. So if you know of anybody, friends that cannot come, please share this bit.ly link or scan your QR code too, or go to the AI Collective YouTube site and then look for the live stream. It will actually be shown there as well. And want to do a special thank you to Chehu for helping us with the live streaming tonight. So thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so now just a quick thing, just so you know who we are. So we have Jonathan, but Jonathan is on vacation. He's the head of the Chicago chapter. Then we also have Brendan, who works at M Hub. Eric Degent is right there. He's our big legal person, the lawyer of the group. Martina, of course, yeah, Martina is how lovely. Thank you. Martina has always been amazing. Everybody is amazing, I should say. So, and then that's me and Crystal. And I don't know where Crystal. Crystal is probably still. Oh, you're right there. I'm sorry. I thought you're still checking in, folks. And Nicholas, our university liaison of the Chicago area. And then Yue, right there. Yeah, Yue's there. And then Jenny and Quentin, they are more volunteers. They come when they can. They help and all of these things. So, and now we also want to announce we have some new team volunteers too. We have Brett, and Brett, where is Brett? Oh, Brett is right. I'm sorry. Brett, and then also Soko too. And they were here helping already with the drinks. So thank you very much. Yeah, and then we also have Monique. And is Monique here too today night? Maybe not. And then Tomaso. Tomaso is from an investment company. I don't see him tonight. Rohit. Rohit. I think Rohit signed up for a talk. I don't know if Rohit is here, but anyway, Rohit and Yash. Yash is right there. Okay, hello. Yeah, thank you. And Shireen and also Yukta. Yeah, I'm not sure if they are here. But anyway, so these are our new members. If you are interested in helping too, we can always be, making use of some sort of help. And because we are a volunteer run chapter. So tonight we have our lightning talk speakers who have signed up. We have Lynette. Lynette, are you here? Oh, you. I'm sorry. I thought your name was somebody. I'm sorry. I recognize your face, and then I said hi to you. I'm sorry. Okay, so Lynette is here, and also too wanted to say to Elliot, the two of you want to go first because of you. You're kind of pressed for time. So, but I want to mention Genevieve and is here, yeah, and Rohit is in here. Yves, yeah, right there, yeah, and Miriam, Miriam. She'd be like, oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. Ahmed, I just met him last night at 1871. So thank you for coming. Victoria, I met her last night too. She said she's coming. Let's see. Yeah, maybe late. And then Yash will be speaking. Jordan, are you here? Yeah, I don't think it's here. Abdus, did I say the name correctly? Abdus. Yeah. So no, don't worry. The ones who are here can go first, and hopefully then the rest will start to come. Then we'll figure it out. Okay, thank you. So if you have questions, you can find us at our chapters page on the aicollective.com, and the main site is aicollective.com. So thank you. And thank you for your participation, and happy holidays. See you in 2026. Although now I'll turn the stage over to one of you who would like to go first. Yeah, you go first. Okay. You want to plug this in? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, we can do.
Hello, thank you. So I'm Elliot Korte. I'm the founder of Veku AI, and I'm working on a conversational AI hardware product. And this is the prototype. It's called Tuxedo. I don't know who was at the 1-year anniversary collective demo showcase. That was at MHub. I actually work out of MHub, the desk there. Brennan's awesome. He actually invited me to showcase. It's really awesome to be part of that. But the basic idea is this is sort of like a smart speaker, and it's meant to inspire creativity. And a problem that I see with AI more broadly is that I feel like as more people are relying on the same tools to do things like write emails and do work, I worry that it's sort of homogenizing and that we should be trying to build AI that encourage a diversity and a range of experiences and interactions. It should do surprising things and do new things. And so that was one of the goals with this product. So this is fully offline. It's fully on device, which is another thing that's important to me. That's privacy. There are a range of use cases where that's an advantage. And the way it works is it's framed around a role where you have to tell the model on the device what you want it to be for each interaction, and you can switch between them. So this is sort of a form of self-expression where the user has to come up with an idea, like you're a poetic dinner guest, or you're a delusional entrepreneur who's doing a demo. So I can do a quick demo. And since my product's able to introduce itself, I'm going to try something. Hey, Tuxedo, start a new conversation.
Starting conversation number 2. Please provide a role.
You are a unique, interesting, creative conversational AI product that's meant to inspire your users.
Where should we begin?
Tell me some of the things you're capable of and that you can do for your users.
I can generate text answer questions, provide definitions, summarize content, offer suggestions, and even create stories and dialogues. I can also translate languages, provide suggestions for products or services, and help with creative writing and brainstorming. I'm a bit like a helpful virtual assistant, but with a creative twist. Want me to surprise you with some specific things I can do?
Hey, Tuxedo. You mentioned that you have some ideas for products. I'm doing a demo right now with some people who are interested in artificial intelligence. Do you have any ideas for products?
Actually, I was thinking of developing a tool that helps people overcome writer's block, generate ideas, provide prompts, and even collaborate on writing projects. But I've also been kicking around an idea for a virtual mind pal that help people brainstorm and explore new ideas. What do you think? Would you be more likely to use something that helps with creativity or something that makes it easier to organize your time?
So that's the basic idea. It's very open-ended, and I've done all kinds of wacky, crazy, fun, unusual roles. There's also a feature where you can ask the model to come up with a role for you. It's surprised me and led to fun, interesting, unusual interactions. And I also like how it's distraction free. It's something that's separate from your other devices. You can form a new relationship. It's been sitting on my own living room table. I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm launching my beta testing program. I'm making about 50 prototypes or so, and I'm looking for help with beta testing. So I unfortunately have to go, which is why I asked to go first. Nicolas, who's a volunteer here, he's gotten involved. He came up, he was just really excited. He really liked the idea after the last demo showcase. And we actually started working together, and he's going to tell you more about that, answer any questions. But I wanted to come say hello because I want to be more involved with the collective, and I'm going to be launching this program. Anyone who's interested, please go to veku.ai/beta, veku.ai/beta, and there's a sign up. I will follow up, and if you're willing to just test it out, give feedback every week or two. I'd love to get your feedback. I can send you one. And yeah, thank you all so much.
You can
It's
take some questions, about 2 or 3 minute questions.
yeah, veku.ai. Yes.
Elliot, is it still local? Everything's like local. You don't need internet connection.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fully offline, fully local. And this is funny, actually. I just found out earlier this week, my friend invited me to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And I told him I was working on this. I was like, I'm busy. He's like, no, you should come do it. And he was like, bring a battery. You can bring it to the top of Mount Kilimanjaro and have a conversation with your product, showcase it's offline. And I'm like, I like the way you're thinking. That's going to be good content. Yeah. So yeah, you don't need internet, and there are a variety of use cases where that's advantageous. But data privacy is something I care about. And yeah, there was a technical challenge getting the AI model and the wake word and the text to speech, speech to text. My background's in software engineering, so I've been working for a while putting it all together. But yeah, it's fully on device. That's one of the things that makes it different. Yes.
Figured out the battery. Do you have any estimate on you have a conversation for X number of hours for battery?
So the battery is more a one-off thing for my mount manufacturer if I choose to do that. The prototype I send right now is actually not going to have a battery. The next iteration of the prototype, which is called the alpha prototype, where we do validation to make sure that the components we're using can be sourced at scale, and we would be ready to actually go to a contract manufacturer if we got funding. For that, we're going to be doing research into batteries and also looking at nailing down exactly which chip we're going to use. That's related. So yeah, this iteration of the prototype does not have a battery, but given the offline aspect, that's a big advantage. Is it works the same way anywhere you go. So the actual product will have a battery. It's a single board computer called a Radsa Rock 5C. What do you mean? You just plug it in. Yeah. And I'm gonna buy just like a portable battery if I actually do this crazy idea my friend had for mountain climbing content. Yeah, now I have to. Now I have to. Yeah.
What's your vision with this product?
Yeah. So the beta testing is sort of intentionally left open-ended. And there are obviously limitations to a model that can run on cheaper hardware. And I've been shocked at how good it is at a lot of things. And I think given the form factor of this voice interaction, the things where it is limited, like doing research, computer science, it's not as capable in those areas. So my hope is that people are creative with it and kind of come back to me with ideas. It is capable of doing language translation. So some of the business use cases I've been validating are language learning and language translation, creative entertaining tool, which is sort of what I've set up now. I think specifically for young adults, there's market potential there. I think there are reasons the offline aspect would appeal to parents. Also, it's not screen time. I'm hoping that you could see kids being creative with it. That would appeal to parents. So These are actively being explored in terms of what the business use case is going to be, but this initial beta test and this initial version of the product was left intentionally open-ended so I can kind of see how people are using it. The model is very versatile. It surprised me in a lot of ways. So that answers your question. Yeah, okay. Thank you all so much. I wish I could stay, but I will be back at a future event. Thank you all. And Nicolas is here. You guys can test this out yourselves later. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So I think now, thank you so much, Elliot. And now we have Lynette. Yes. You can use.
Should I stand over there?
Yeah, you can say. We don't have
Good evening, everyone. I don't know about you, but I'm getting a bit of a food coma with all that pizza. So, research shows that the women's wage gap is set to close in 136 years. Source, World Economic Forum. 55 of the Fortune 500 CEOs are women. 22% of C-suite leaders in corporate are women. What does this translate into? That all of our respective great-granddaughters, per the first data point that I shared with you, will still not be paid her worth, whether she has a PhD, MD, GED, JD, etc. The solution? Pagame Project. Hi, my name is Lynette Perea Velez, and I'm the founder and CEO of the Pagame Project. Pagame in Spanish literally translates into pay me. Very cheeky, very not demure. And we are an economic mobility platform that is building out a proprietary maternal Gen AI career coach agent that's multilingual and culturally affirming, seeking to close the women's wage gap globally. We're based here in Chicago, Illinois. We're a team of about 3, so it's myself, my CISO, and we have a chief AI officer. Right now, we're looking for our founding 5,000 of beta testers throughout the US and globally. So if you or someone you know is wanting to be part of the solution as well, or if you're a subject matter expert in certain areas that we can talk about, I'm also looking to expand our board of advisors. Please let me know. You can find me on LinkedIn, Lynette Correa Velez. And if you have any ideas for channel partnerships, whether it's a corporation or large national nonprofit that you think they're really wanting some support around their gender diversity in leadership, please reach out. Looking forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you so much for the time. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed part of your speech. What exactly does the product do?
Yeah. So we're developing Rita AI, which is going to be her career coach bestie. And Rita AI is going to be able to support our female subscribers with whatever she needs for her upward socioeconomic mobility, whether it's salary negotiation, an issue at the workplace, a challenge with a supervisor, really being there for her in those micro needs and anytime, any place, because she'll be right in her pocket or on the computer. Thank you.
more question? Yeah, no?
I'll also share, because I'm nervous up here, that it is a hybrid company. So Rita AI will obviously be in partnership with a human in the loop. So we'll have our human career coaches, executive coaches, and leadership coaches on our platform. So when she's ready for that human career coach to assist her in her upward socioeconomic mobility and her career path, they will be vetted and on our platform as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you, Lynette. That's great. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Who would like to go? Who would like to go? Maybe Genevieve? Yes.
Thank you. So I just swipe or this way?
Yeah, that's right. You can just click. Yeah,
Mhm.
fine. Let me make sure it's what they need to. Wait a minute.
Hi, I'm Genevieve Avonyo. I'm a midwife from Ghana and I'm currently a health informatics student at DePaul University. My first encounter with maternal mortality happened as a midwifery student. A woman carrying twins came in for a routine visit with high blood pressure, which simply means the heart is pushing blood harder than it should. And in pregnancy, this could become dangerous very quickly. Minutes later, we lost her. Moments like that stay with you. Um, the US also faces high maternal mortality, especially among certain groups. These experiences made me start thinking about a different kind of solution, not one that gives more numbers, but one that helps women understand what those numbers mean. Because numbers alone aren't human, understanding is what saves lives. Stop moving. Oh, okay. Here's the problem. We give women blood pressure readings, say like 140, 90, 150, 100, and assume that that tells them something. The normal reading is around 120, 80 millimeters of mercury. But high blood pressure alone causes about 15% of maternal deaths in the US. And many women don't know that simple symptoms like headache, swelling, or a blurred vision are warning signs. So I started asking myself, what would it look like if women had a simple system that explained their numbers in plain language? We're not replacing care, we're not overwhelming the women, we just want them to understand. Currently in school, I'm building projects with my colleagues. And my projects in school have helped shape my idea. We built Circle, which is an app, and it looked at gestational diabetes, which means the body struggles to manage sugar during pregnancy, and we tried to make the data feel clearer. That sparked the system I'm now exploring, a personalized understanding system for pregnant women, something that can take in their readings, say blood pressure, their symptoms, their sugars. We notice the small changes, we explain what these changes mean, and then guide them in simple language. We want them to see themselves inside the information and not just the data we give them. This is a slide that is the heart of what I'm building. The system will do three things: reminders that match someone's real day, so it's not just random notifications. A system that spots patterns, so if readings are rising, if symptoms repeat, the system notices before the patient does. And then plain language, like I said earlier. So instead of just telling the patient or alerting the patient that, oh, you have a high blood pressure reading, we break down what the high blood pressure means. So the idea is simple: information, understanding, and earlier action, and these can save lives. And because different communities need different tools, the system is flexible. So it can be an app, it can be SMS messages, it can even be a small tool a community health worker can use to explain the symptoms to their patients. This makes it this makes it replicable in many settings, so it's not tied to one clinic or one demographic area.
You got a minute left.
Oh,
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, good. The real goal is to help people see and feel. The real goal is to help people see, feel, and understand their health. I want a pregnant woman to be able to say, I know what this number means to me. I know when I should worry. I know what to do next. When information feels human, people respond sooner, and that shift can change outcomes for entire communities. I'm shaping this as a flexible system so it can fit into the lives of women in different places and with different levels of access. So this isn't just a talk, it's the early version of a system I'm still exploring, one that turns raw data into useful information because numbers aren't human, understanding is. Thank you.
Question?
So, is the idea to use like generative AI or a large language model to essentially interpret the data and be able to like speak to and connect to the mothers?
Yes, exactly. And so our idea is when people hear of like technology, AI, they're always thinking of like complex tools and stuff, but we want to meet these women where they are. A lot of our focus is underserved areas. These are people who don't have access to healthcare. And so we want to tackle the root problem. Like, why can't you access the care? Is it that like when you're being told your data, like your health data, you don't understand, and that's why you don't go to the hospital and stuff like that. We want to be able to understand those problems and tackle them from the root.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you can just share a little bit more about your, if you have, personal proximity to the problem, whether it's you yourself, someone you know, story you heard.
Right. So, like I said, I am a midwife. I practiced for years before moving to the US. So, I do have experience from Ghana. That's where I practiced. And I'm also looking forward to practicing after school. Currently, I'm still a student. And so, we just have like raw data. We have researched in Illinois, and there are, because Illinois is also a very diverse community or diverse state, we've realized that there are certain groups that still lack access to care. And so if we're going to start in the US, definitely for sure in Illinois. Yeah, thank you.
Question?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Yep.
How's the application or the system getting access to the data? Is it user inputting the data? Like for example, you talked about the detecting patterns,
Yeah.
or if you're talking about blood pressure, is it user inputting it, or you're thinking connecting it to like healthcare records or something? If you could talk about that.
Right. So we're targeting all those areas. Like I said, it's going to be very flexible. So we're going to be meeting the people also like where they are. So if say like in a community where they have access to like technology, then we're going to be taking the data from what they key in. But in communities where we realize that a lot of people don't have technology, then we're going to be working with the healthcare providers, and then they can work directly with the patients.
Anyone else? Question? No? Okay, thank you, Genevieve.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Who would be our next speaker? Let's see. Rohit? No? Elliot already said Yves. Yeah, why don't you come? Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. This one I'll keep.
All right. I just need help saying this. Oh, shoot.
The HTML.
Yeah? No? Maybe?
Oh, good. Oh, I think it's good.
Okay.
Is that the one?
That's cool.
Okay.
Not a bad
Works.
opening. But how do I get to the page though?
Oh, to the page. You mean the? This is yours. Yeah.
Guys. Sort of good on one. No, no, no. No. Actually sharing this.
Oh, you mean for your browser, right?
Yeah.
If you want to mirror, your,
Oh, you have to mirror?
you can mirror. Then yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can move it over to this external monitor. I just thought it might be quickest if you want to mirror, then what you have is directly. Yeah. Oh, like that.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
All right.
Thank you. I didn't know I was going to be showcasing my wife's picture. She couldn't be here tonight because we have kids and it's past their bedtime. And plus, I need to take these shoes off. I don't wear shoes like that often. My feet are killing me. My name is Yves Perez. I am new to Chicago, from Las Vegas, and it is fun to be building in prop tech. Real estate is a big business that needs a lot of innovation, and there's a lot of gaps. But I got to tell you, coming to Chicago is actually more exciting than Las Vegas. Okay. And I can't wait to show you why. My team and I have been on a mission. Actually, let me introduce the team. This is Kizar and VJ. These are our principal software architects, and these are really great Chicago tech talent guys that we were so lucky to pick up. I have to tell you, coming from Vegas, everybody wants to work for a casino coming out of college. So, meeting really talented engineers is very exciting. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. We got to make sure that this doesn't close. Can you just, okay. Okay, it's back. Okay, all right. Just tap it. Yeah. All right. So, anyway, I'm going to start off with a message of courage for all founders. You have to have an immense amount of courage to be a first mover in anything. Is anybody here consider themselves like a first mover in their space? Anybody? Okay. The pitfalls of being a first mover is you might start a race to the pot of gold that you discovered. Okay? People will see it, see what exactly you're really trying to get to, and say, wait a minute, I want to copy that. Now that is very exciting in a lot of ways because you have people who want to copy something that you made. But at the same time, if you do something that is really hard to do, you will always be ahead of everybody. And that is talking to customers more than anybody. I have talked to literally more than 500 construction executives across the country. They have all told me that housing traveling construction workers is very difficult and expensive, and it is gobbled up by hotels and motels. That is where they put construction workers. Real estate executives want to actually get into this housing of workers, but they don't know where the demand is. And we built this beautiful thing to show real estate investors where demand is in the prop tech space. I'm super excited because this is actually our first public demo. We've never publicly demoed it. But I can't wait to show you a little surprise at the end. Let's go ahead and show them Scout AI.
So Scout AI basically collects, analyzes all sorts of information such as building permits, project approvals, reported budgets, and stuff. And we process and harmonize this data into what we call as a geo demand model. So this demand model basically projects a demand score, and we visualize it in a form of heat map. So once we sign in, yep. So once we sign in, we get to a page something like this. So over here, you see all sorts of colors, right? You might be confused, like what's going on. So those particular colors basically represent the demand for properties in those areas. So let's say you're a real estate investor and you want to know which areas of a city is particularly booming and where economic growth is thriving. So you get all this by sitting at your home, just on your fingertips. So if we click on some of the hexes, you'll get all sorts of information like, what projects are there in those locations, and when was it approved, and there are many more stuff like the reported budgets, etc. Do you want to add something, Yves?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a very early prototype. But what we're doing is we're taking something that was normally complicated and we're dumbing it down to where you can just look at a hotspot and say, you know what? I've always had a hunch that this neighborhood is going to be a hot neighborhood. And if you know anybody in real estate, this used to be a very normal practice where real estate investors would kind of like wait to see where Starbucks was going to open. But you'd actually have to wait until the thing was built to know that. Whereas now we can give you information months in advance, and we're actually branding this as an unfair advantage to real estate investors that want to move into a particular market. They've had a hunch about a market, but now they know what is coming before anybody else. So, ladies and gentlemen, Scout AI, we have 4 cities live. If you could just show them really quickly. We have Los Angeles, we have Las Vegas, and we have Orlando, Florida live currently. We are going to be adding more features very shortly, more cities like Houston and others that are really engaged in their real estate investing. And finally, what I'm really excited to tell everybody is that, and this was the secret to the end, even though this is our first public demo, we did kind of like a soft launch on a prop tech platform called Prop Tech Buzz. It is a global platform where you can launch your product. And if we just scroll over to this Google page, right here, well, just give me 30 seconds. Right here is where this is. Okay, can you scroll up? Just scroll up. Right now, our product is the number 1 product on this platform. And we've only been live a week. So thank you, Chicago, for supporting us. And we're excited to make a splash in the real estate industry. Thank you. Questions? No? Maybe I went over time? Sure, go ahead. I was super hoping that somebody was. Did I tell you my intuition?
Yeah,
Okay.
so
All
it's
right,
Illinois
excellent.
Tech. So, question for you is, I don't know if you can speak to this publicly, but what kind of metrics do you put in to tell us whether somewhere is hot or not?
Sure. So, like I said, we collect information such as budgets of projects, and then yeah, like building permits, what sort of project it is, and we kind of harmonize this data into something known as a demand score. So that basic score comes from all these things, like the budget and a lot of a few other stuff which cannot be discussed publicly.
Okay.
So yeah.
Now, I will say this. The other thing that I'm really kind of excited always to challenge the team on is getting customer feedback. What are some things that you want to see as a real estate investor? That's why we were so excited to launch on PropTech Buzz, because we actually have people that are like logging in and just saying, hey, this is a great start. I'm kind of like looking for a little bit of this information and that information, but scoring is just so exciting right now because we're on to something. And real estate investors are really excited because, again, the visualization part is just super.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have some suggestions that I can give you at the end.
Looking forward to it.
Great. Toast your time.
You've got this up right now. Current view.
Mm-hmm.
And a prospective investor. So I don't know if you mentioned commercial investors or
Yeah.
residential investors, but the point is, if I'm, let's say, a commercial investor,
Right.
and there is an up and coming neighborhood,
Right.
how much time do I have? Is it up and coming, like it's up and coming now, or do you have a score that says it's going to be there in 3 years? Because if I want to build a condo, high rise or something like that, that's going to take me years between permitting and all of that. Welcome to Chicago, by the way, it takes forever. So how do you understand the time lag? It's a lot easier if you're a residential investor and you're just going to go look at, MLS, but
Yes, great question actually. So all this data is real time. So all these projects you see are officially approved by the city council, and we run scrapers every few hours so that the data is live, like almost.
You get the real time data.
Yeah, it's almost real time data. So
So-
it's current and up.
So when the project starts, they'll start feeding into the data, and you'll be able to see it in the heat maps.
So someone is going to say, okay, it's hot now, I got to act now.
Yeah.
But for a real estate investor to make a decision, right? Before they even like the vetting decision, how do you ensure that they won't be late, that they still have enough time before the prices are reflected in the desirability?
So that is like the trickiest art of real estate, right? Like supply demand, right? And there's a lot of people that are like holding things for a very long time just to see what they can manipulate in that, right? So essentially, we're just trying to give you the best demand signals as possible, right? So that spurs your decision to go deeper and get more information. And that kind of information we're excited to showcase very here in the near future. But essentially, our goal is to get you to go scouting, to go out into those neighborhoods and start looking for deals, right? That is our pull. And, think of any map product that you've ever jumped on. We're one of the first map products to show you, like, hey, this is where the pot of gold is, right? Like, this is where you should be looking. And if you paid attention to the landing page, our slogan right now is turning maps into money. We want you to save that neighborhood and get more alerts in the near future on everything that comes through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so to handle that issue of potential demand instead of real-time current demand, we have this in pipeline in the future versions of the product. We actually, use information which was, discussed in city council meetings and stuff. We will, maybe extract whatever they spoke using OCR and stuff, and then project that so that we can actually forecast a potential demand instead of a real-time demand, so that a real estate investor can actually, work sooner rather than, being late here.
One quick thing, which would be a feature request, is once you start harvesting data over time to see what is becoming more desirable over time and who's moving, what regions are moving faster up that desirability scale, and can there be some predictive analytics for the stuff that is coming that would say based on these factors, we project a fast ramp up to desirability and value versus a low ramp up. That would be your secret sauce.
Yeah, great suggestions. Thank you so much for that.
And just quickly, my daughter wants to give all the founders a quick message. Go ahead, Jonathan.
My name is Devesa, and today I want to tell you that don't stop, never, keep going forever.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, guys.
Hello, I have just a question about the data sources. So from which kind of sources you are just web scraping your data? And apart from this, I have one more question about the tech stack. So do you use any kind of AI or LLM to interpret your data? Because that will be still more useful rather than putting out heat map or the points for the customer. You can put down your data into an AI and LLM. So you can generate something, an interruption of the points saying that this neighborhood will have better recommendation for this kind of real estate. You can go to this neighborhood, you can go to this neighborhood. Rather than putting out a score, you can feed the data into an AI or an LLM so that it is be very useful for the user or the customer who don't have any kind of idea to interrupt your data. Like, for example, I would say, if you are considering 89% of a good, you will consider as a good zone for certain people who don't have an idea about this, what the data interruption is, that it will be very useful to get an information out of that, like a simple sentence of that. That's why just a question of that.
So first thing first, the sources that we are using are mostly from the city's public records. So they are really created, so they are credible. So you don't, the data is perfectly fine. And secondly, when we try to use LLMs and AIs, they become more like a guesswork. But what we are trying to provide is more of a city official records. So they are not actually guesswork, they're actually the approved, credible ones.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, actually, what you said is really a great suggestion. Like we already have that in our books for the upcoming iterations. So, like you said, we can actually, save zones. Like a user might say, I want to invest like in a real estate kind of market, or maybe some other kind of like commercial market, maybe. So we actually have this zone saving thing in our pipeline for the next iterations, where we use, any sort of large language models to interpret the data and present it in a way which could be much more accessible to the user. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Please, one more. Come on, somebody. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Why not?
Wait, I'm curious. I don't know if I missed it in your presentation, but how much are you like selling it towards real estate agents? Like, I'm just curious what the pricing is and what.
So, here's the thing. This was something that was supposed to be a feature to our booking platform. When you look up Workbnb, we're building a very large scale booking platform. And you know, again, like everybody tells you, take all your feature ideas and put it on a roadmap, right? So you just put it on a shelf and you forget about it. And when we met this team, we were like, you know what? Let's try this as a test. Let's see how we could build this thing because, a geo demand model is not mentioned that much in the AI conversations. Most people don't hear about it. And you know, these guys really took this task on and they killed it. Like they really did a great job. So we're soft rolling this out. We're really getting that early feedback. We're hitting the road, talking to as many people in those 4 city markets, which are huge markets. I'm going to be on podcasts over the next like 3 months. Again, just getting a lot of early users. We do have a plan to monetize it. We do dance around like how we want to look at this, and we may even consider a pay per usage kind of model at some point. But again, the most difficult part is really ramping up those users. Now, I am a distribution guy. I'm a marketing and sales animal. You go to my LinkedIn, Yves Perez on LinkedIn, you'll see I have 11,000 followers. I'm always posting like every single day. And if you were to go in my DMs, you'd be amazed. You'd be like, when does this guy sleep? Right? I'm talking to customers more than anybody else that I know. And as I'm having those conversations, I am trying to extract what's a priority to these people. I ask them the priority question, and it goes like this for any builder. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, if I could solve X problem with X solution, what is the priority of you using it? If they score you a 5, you're not that high of a priority to them. You can build it, but they may not use it. If you are a 7, 8, or a 9, they will pry it out of your hands. And really, if you get to that 9 every single interview that you're doing, you can throw a price at them and they will take it really seriously. So we actually think there's going to be a lot of buzz around Chicago, around this product, people paying for this product because real estate is hot in Chicago. Okay. And I'm super excited for this rollout. Thank you.
A short break, 5 or 10 minutes. Food, bathroom, water.
Good job, everyone.
Take it.
Okay, we're gonna take some pictures of
So a little sheet in the front. If you are a presenter or are presenting or non.
Actually, quick picture. The question was pretty interesting.
Oh, thanks. I'm thinking about the business, the business of the. They can immediately go to, we should be talking about McDonald's, Starbucks, anybody that has looking at where can I put a location of something at?
I kind of agree with that because it's more like McDonald's and stuff. Their business is completely driven by location.
end product.
The product is standardized.
Yes, but yes, location. And so where is location the value? But I'm also I'm thinking about if I'm a builder, if I want to,
Go into the picture first.
Once he says go. That's good. Yeah, second you'll come closer to the photo. Come closer. Come closer. All right. Go back. Okay, one week left. Okay, that's better. Okay, let me try to put it down. Okay, alright, here we go. Looks so good. I love it. We've done the one beautiful there. Okay, here we go. Now we're bring it on the side. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, you got both. Okay, got both that. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. And then I think we have.
Today, I'm taking the opportunity to describe my startup product called Carrot View. So, the idea came when we were wondering what is something that will have long term impact on our lives from a product lens. And turns out it is if you can hire an agent that will watch a boring video for you. Quite honestly, like imagine you're having a boring lecture in college, or you're looking at CCTV footage for investigating a crime. It's boring. Half the time nothing is happening. And suddenly in a second something happens. What if you could hire an agent to just watch it for you? That's the idea that we are working on. The challenge that we feel is agents can be expensive with compute, and that is the prime value prop that we bring. 70% reduction in GPU RAM usage, which is, I think it's incredible. At this moment, we have been lucky to get our first customer, which is the Godard School in the Mokina School District. What we're doing with them is based on CCTV footage, can they record what children did in the entire day in school and send out a report to parents? Basic project, but saves teachers from the drudgery of watching hours of CCTV, which is the idea. You watch a video because you want answers. Thank you.
I came in late. Is this product online right now?
Um, Honestly, we are seeing it to be more B2B. So we haven't exactly made it online available for everybody, but we go and implement it for a customer who's interested.
Was this just for security footage or?
Any footage.
So it's footage, video
Any
footage?
footage, yeah, any video footage. So you can record something from your camera and we can analyze it as well. We haven't yet worked on speech recognition. So it's completely based on visual for now.
Hi, Yash. My name's Helen. Thank you for presenting your ideas. I'm just curious about if you have any other like business ideas in the pipeline or use case. Let me say that use case for this.
One of the use cases that I am excited about, and this is because this comes from my personal experience, is can we fight bullying with this? Because bullying can be something that has a lot of negative influence on people's lives. So, can we make a more healthy environment for people, especially younger people, which is something that I think we are actively trying to look at, like how do you fight bullying with this technology?
Yeah, just also my personal experience, just curious about would I be like possible to compare, to analyze the sleeping patterns? I tried like sleep test before and I just wear the device and they will have some like data, but just curious about like would that visual analysis would be helpful for sleeping, people's sleeping patterns.
I haven't yet tried that.
Oh, I mean like can give you like an idea to think about it.
Absolutely, thank you.
Anybody?
So, like, do you analyze the frames on runtime or is it like after the thought? So the video is recorded and now we look for what's interesting. And then how I understand is like what's interesting is defined by the customer and that becomes the objective of what we are finding. Is that
So basically, what you could do is you could put a prompt into the system. Like, let's say you take a video of yourself driving and you ask it what were some risk factors that emerged when I was driving. And it says, well, there was a car passing by you and it gave a very strong glare. And there was a chance that it could have given some, it might have blinded the driver for a second and that could have been risky. In fact, that was one of the test cases we had taken. So, yeah, those are a few cases that we took.
Okay, so it's not exactly the anomaly detection at the runtime. It's more of you define what you're looking for, and then
Exactly.
you're inputting into the system of this is what you're.
Exactly. So it is intelligent. It's not just like look for a person and it's just looking for a person.
Yeah, yeah.
It's rather you give it a problem statement and it searches accordingly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Can you please explain or give a short description on what kind of model or a tech stack you're using? Because I'm just curious to know about how you are dealing with lot of live data, retrieving it, and how do you train your model and all? Because there are a lot of anomaly will be detected based on a use case in school. Because each people, there are a lot of, for example, you see if a classroom, it might have 60 people. So you need to detect for 60 plus people and need to identify and a lot of stuffs are there. So can you please explain how you're doing that project here?
So I don't want to tell you everything because you seem to be a smart guy who will create it. But basically, there are two agents sitting in the opposite ends of the workflow. The first agent takes your prompt and then analyzes how they will go ahead with processing that prompt. And the second agent, what it does is it takes all the outputs which has been gotten through our models, our visual models, and it summarizes it based on the prompt. So that's just a summary of how the tech stack works. But I won't be telling you more.
Thanks for that. Yeah.
Thank you. Yep. Anybody else? Questions? No? Oh, here.
Can you talk about how the privacy element is working, especially in a school like that? Like, is the school getting parents' approval, or do you guys not care about that?
Glad you asked. That continues to be one of the challenging aspects of bringing this technology to this specific school. So what they've said is whatever tech stack you're using has to be built on our pre-approved environment, so it can't leave that environment, and that has meant that we had to do things a bit differently because so they do use learning management systems, so they are okay with using a third party tool, but that third party tool has to be within their environment, not exiting that environment. So that was the way we looked at the privacy stack working with the school.
Well, I guess my question is more around like, say my nephews are in a school, like if they're at that Goddard school, and my brother's like, no, I don't want them being recorded. How do you either segment them out, or how do you deal with situations like that? Or is it just like, okay, you're going to the school, you have to be recorded?
Quite honestly, that decision, right, whether how the footage is processed is on the school. So we haven't yet worked that much on those aspects. We are just following the dictates given by the school. They have their own learning management systems and they don't see our technology as any different. But like the learning management system has to be hosted within their secure environment, the same rule applied for us.
I don't know. I get the security aspect. I guess it's a different question.
Thanks. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Yep. Okay. You can. We still have time if you have more questions. Join.
Yeah, I think for his services is for those schools already have the footage. So I think his service just to analyze it. Yeah.
Somebody opts out, is there a provision to?
Oh, that's what. Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of the footage that we will be taking, CCTV footage is one aspect, but primarily it is based on pictures and videos taken by teachers in class that they want to present to the parents. And they want to annotate like what the students did during this period and those aspects. So quite honestly, if there is a student who is probably not, whose parents don't want this to be annotated or put across, teachers would probably not be taking those inputs. Is does that answer your question?
Yeah, I guess I was more thinking of like a CCTV thing where like everybody's kind of doing their own thing. But it's like, okay, well, if you have like 5 students that are opted out, like how do you deal with that in that type of environment? It sounds like it's more like the pictures on teachers' phones.
Just sounds like it's at the district level.
Oh, it's just one school for now.
Yeah, no, no.
It's just piloting, and yeah, we security has been the prime thing for this work. So it's it's like the make or break, unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it. So we do have a person in our team. He's a retired CTO of Axiom. He's been a tech lead at IBM for quite some time. So he's been helping us develop the security aspect because I'm just an AI guy. I'm just passionate about AI. And he's like, yeah, you got to get security. You got to work, you got to work within the constraints of your clients. And I, quite honestly, because I'm passionate about AI, I'm like, I wish there were no constraints, but hey, that's the real world.
Well, you don't want to get sued, so.
Yeah. Okay, good. We all good? More? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, great. We have Ahmed and also Victoria. So Ahmed, you want to go first? And, if you want to put a microphone.
Thank you.
Oh, but you want to, you have to show your slides. I'll help you with that. Yeah. I mean, we get you set up first. Super. HDMI. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It's gonna take a second. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thanks. Good evening, everyone. Shout out to Mary. I met her yesterday at a random event at 1871, and she's like, AI Collective is cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm in. So thank you for letting me know about this cool place. David, thank you so much for having us here at Aeon Center. As I said, super funny. I met another comedian here, Dan, which was super cool talking to him an hour ago. And I'll tell a little bit about myself. Been in Chicago for 15 years. It's one of the best cities in the country, if not the world. I love being here. And there's a little bit of a problem when it comes to cold weather, and I'm going to show that problem to you in a minute. So I'm kind of a second-time founder, by the way, just as an introduction. My company is called Track My Shuttle. I co-founded with a very good friend of mine in pre-COVID era, and we do shuttle tracking. So for example, all of the hotels up here in the O'Hare area, I think almost every one of them who have shuttles, they use our platform so that people who are waiting in the cold at the airport know where the shuttle is, so they don't have to be in the 7-degree weather outside. They can be inside and come out when the shuttle is here. That's kind of what I do right now. But there was a problem about 3 months ago that I came across. And I'm going to actually show you what happens inside my phone. I don't know if it's a good idea, but why not? So 3 months ago, we have a really cool set of friends up here in Chicago. And every time we start a February getaway to a warm place because it's too cold here. So it always starts with let's start and finalize our February trip. And I love this chat group because I cannot keep up with it. So this is not AI made up stuff. These are actual real messages. I'm kind of concerned they are going to go out on the internet and they're going to hate me for it. But I asked the permission, so I think I'll be okay. Wow, I think something happened. I don't know if that's why they say do not put videos in presentations, I guess. Okay, so let me see if I can start it. That's the scroll. It starts with a little poll where you want to go, and then it just goes on. And this is 10 days. I swear to God, this is 10 days of us. And by the 10th day, people are like, I can't keep up. 200 messages. I completely give up. I think that's 8th day. And then another 2 days later, I'm confused. I don't know what people are saying. I give up. And in all of this chaos, I probably put no more than 5 messages because I seriously, it blows my mind. So I just wanted to know by show of hands, do you guys have this problem or am I the only one? Does anybody face this problem? This, good question, 14 people. Yes, I'm kind of solving a good problem or not? Do you guys feel I'm solving a good problem? Yeah, okay, all right. A little bit of a mute response, but that's okay. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see if I can get it back on track. Okay, so I think why the current messaging apps are broken, in our opinion, is that they are really meant for talking, sharing, reacting. It's just a ton of information, but they are really not good for getting to consensus, getting to decisions, and let alone getting to execution. So up here, I just want to start this conversation and in 1 hour know where we are going and then just have the booking done and just be done with it and not spend 10 days trying to figure out where just to go. That's really what I wanted to get to, which is why I built Converge. And what Converge does is it's really an AI native, AI first messaging app. And the app is kind of aware of what you say, what you're trying to do. So in this particular case, it can actually tell you based on everyone's preferences, I suggest this is what you should do. This is where you want to go. And you can talk with it and prompt with it to hopefully find the real solution that you're looking for, or at least get the conversation a little bit more tighter so people can form consensus and get to decisions a little bit faster. So that's kind of Converge for you. And I think I've been kind of slowly chugging on it for about a couple of months now. And I'm pretty excited because we will roll it out sometime in January and kind of see where it goes. If it solves our problems, then I'm hoping that it will solve your problems too. Thank you. Yes.
So in WhatsApp, we have something like contact like Meta AI. So once you have WhatsApp group, so you could have something like Meta AI. So you could tag that Meta AI and get that summary of all the chats, and it works very similar to what your AI does. So did you listen to that options, or is your AI better than Meta AI doing in WhatsApp?
Has anybody used WhatsApp AI inside WhatsApp? Anybody?
I think people should think of it. Yeah, I think
Have you used it? Is it context aware of your chat?
Yeah, it is aware of the context. Like it gives you summary of last 10 messages or 15 messages, 20 messages. It could also tag and say what they are talking about. So I think I'm not sure about the data point, how is security enough, but Meta AI, I think people are not using that in WhatsApp groups because now we can go to the WhatsApp and see there's also a person in your WhatsApp group saying that Meta. So at the rate Meta, you can also ask some few questions also. It can be related to something not from your group chat. It can be a live chat also, like live questions,
Yeah,
like
got
chat
it, got it.
GPT.
No, great question. I think people are going to do it. I'm not going to say I'm the only one doing it. I'm sure people are doing it. If you look at Slack, Slack has this functionality, right? If you look at OpenAI, OpenAI actually launched this 10 days ago. So it's kind of new. It's an evolving space. But I think the current messaging apps per se don't do it that well. They are end-to-end encrypted. They cannot process AI the way WhatsApp cannot process data on the server side the way ChatGPT does or the way Slack does, right? So these messaging platforms, they are good and they'll probably get to it. But the reason for what they were born for in the pre-AI era makes them take and leverage some of this stuff slightly differently or maybe a little bit more in a difficult way, not natively because they were meant to do certain things with a certain form of encryption. So absolutely people will be doing this. There'll be a lot of this coming along. But I'm hoping that what I'm doing is better than that. So we'll see.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. Want the people like ready, but
I think this is kind of a sneak preview of what we are trying to do. But ultimately, I think the goal is to stay in the high level vision is this, right? At the end of the day, what's happening is, we are going to be in the world of AI, and the machines are going to talk to each other faster than we ever can. They're going to talk at the speed of lightning, right? And you and every one of us are superhumans when it comes to using ChatGPT, because you can talk with ChatGPT, get information, do things, write code, tens of thousands of lines of code, and make decisions and everything just fine. We are superhumans right now with AI. The problem is the moment you get into group discussions, when there are a bunch of people around trying to get and decide, that's where things just fail because there is nothing to really augment you. And I think what's going to happen in another 5 years is that when AI becomes extremely powerful and machines can talk with each other at the speed of light, we are going to look like chimpanzees. Now, the question is, how do we upgrade our superpowers to communicate much faster, better, and keep pace with all the information that's going around? Ultimately, that's kind of the vision, right? So, what you see right now is just a messenger with a little bit of assist with AI. But I think this space is going to evolve and evolve spectacularly in terms of how we do everything in life. That's kind of where AI is going to go. And that's kind of the broader vision if we are able to get to it.
I think that those conversations are makes it pretty human, and I think there might be a premium price for that. But that being aside, where is the messaging? Um, I guess where is the processing happening? Are these messages are on device, or they are going to? Are you using third-party models, or you're training your own models to do these? AI on top of that.
Yeah, I think it will probably be a hybrid solution, right? A proof of concept is different from where things will evolve. So I think it'll be hybrid. There'll be aspects of things which will be on the edge. There'll be some aspects which will be in the cloud. There will definitely be LLMs involved. But the main thing around a lot of this is going to be around security, privacy, and those sort of things. But I think I kind of feel it's going to be a less of a matter. I mean, think about all the dark secrets that we share with ChatGPT right now, right? If you and me are chatting, we're not probably going to get to that level. So the cat is out of the box, the way I feel it at this point in time. But it's the responsibility of people who are making these kinds of apps, leveraging AI, where you want to make sure that a lot of this, when you are giving it to LLMs, for example, for a certain amount of processing, you want to have the tightest parameters in there to make sure that none of this information is going into training those models, or none of this information is being retained or kept anywhere. And it's as secure as possible, given some of the obvious security and privacy constraints that come along with it. So I'm not saying that I know or I have the answers. I just know that I'm very privacy first kind of a person. And it's going to have that take on it, that it's always going to be protected the best we can while delivering the value that people are looking for.
Thank you. Thank you. As you were talking, I always try to think of practical ways to use the things, and I could think of travel agencies when they're trying to put together large groups of people and trying to get to decisions where they could be in with that and try to see where the trends are going so that they can be actionable about how to service them. I thought about any large group items, weddings, destination, anything where like people really want this to start serving up that information. I don't know in all messages people want that, but it certainly has a high practical use in some industries.
Yeah, you're right. I think even when it comes to things like this, I have a feeling like you have incognito modes in browsers, correct? So you're going to have certain cases where you want to get value, but there are certain cases where it's strict conversations and you're not looking for that AI assist, or you're looking for the most secure private mode. So there will be things of that nature where you want help and it's just a general conversation, of course, use it, leverage it, get to decisions faster, get to doing things faster. But for the same reasons why people use Telegram or Signal and some of those things are in the news, right? There'll probably be a mode where it's pure communication and it's really truly end-to-end encrypted where nobody sees it. So I think there'll be that incognito mode, if you will, with some of these tools. So you get the value, but when you want really complete incognito kind of a experience, then these tools, whatever the tools are, they should provide us. They should provide us the options to be private when we want to be private. Yes, Yash.
Yeah. You want to press it?
Like today, most of the large messaging apps, whether it's Slack, whether it's Discord, whether it's WhatsApp, they are owned by large corporations who probably have a lot of resources to implement an AI agent within the chat. What is your vision with this product specifically, given the stiff competition in the area?
I think the vision is what I said, right? I think the higher vision does impact what you do with the. For example, if Meta's vision is that they want to bring the 8 billion people together and social aspect of things are extremely prominent, then you have products which go along a certain way in terms of the features. Like if you look at Snapchat and WhatsApp, they effectively do the same thing, but slight tweaks of the product features and what it does makes one product extremely appealing to teenagers while it doesn't make it appealing to some other cohort, even though the frame of the overall product is exactly the same. There's not a whole lot of difference. At the end of the day, it's a messaging app with voice, call, video. That's it. So I think with something like this, what the vision is kind of bends what features you build in. And I think, as I showed in the starting slide, at least for this particular product, the vision is making human communication superhuman, because we are going to trail in the era of AI and machine to machine communication. Can we keep up? That's kind of the vision, and that will drive a lot of the micro features or macro features for that matter in terms of what this can be.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, so thank you so much, Amit. Wonderful. And now we have our last speaker. Yeah, what happened?
Just wanted to say that I think
Okay.
techno that has changed the wireless technology.
You can come and get ready. Sorry, it makes you feel wait so long. It's okay. But yeah, you take your time to. Yeah. This one, right? Yeah, that's right. Which team? So now we have Victoria. Yeah, Victoria is from Australia, right? Yeah, originally. So
China.
Oh, China, and
Yeah.
then Australia, and now here.
So, is that
Whoops. It might take a while to
okay?
Yeah.
Just this one is fine, right?
Yeah, like the HDMI. Yeah, sometimes it takes a bit of time. Then you will get, take some time to get the signal to the display. I think it should be okay. Please take it longer.
Is that Apple is different?
No. That's fine too. Yeah.
Is it?
Decent. Yeah, I think so. Right? Is that? That's the right one, right?
This one?
Do you have HDMI direct to
Oh.
HDMI?
I don't.
That's why we need the adapter. So that's the one. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Thank
that
you.
okay. No wonder. Okay. All right. That's your one. Oh, gotcha. Hmm? Yeah.
Hi everyone. My name is Victoria Enshi Huan. I'm the founder of wisdomwho.ai. Today I'm going to introduce our product. The product is Daily Growth AI Companion. It is empowered by Chinese ancient wisdom and the Western success philosophy. It helps people to transform their life. This is the agenda of the presentation. I'll talk about the pain points and then I'll introduce our product in details. Then I'll introduce myself. So one of the problems we're facing right now is we're entering one of the most anxious eras in our human history, especially for the people who are experiencing their midlife crisis. I'm one of them. So we might feel overwhelmed, burnt out, or we might be frustrated. So sometimes we don't know how to change our life, but we want to change our lives. But when life becomes very confusing, we don't know, we don't have the clarity to help us to make the changes. So what happened is I just realized that if I use the Chinese ancient wisdom, it helps me to gain the clarity. So with the clarity, then we can understand the root cause of the life challenges. And then with the clarity of our life challenges, then we can respond wisely to overcome those life challenges. So this is the features for the Daily Growth AI Companion. It incorporates the ancient Chinese wisdom to help people to gain the clarity for their life, to understand the root cause of the life challenges, and then to provide the solutions. And then the AI companion also integrates the Western success philosophy to help people to perform the consistent daily actions to make their life successful every day so that eventually everyone will have a better life. That is this is the structure of the platform. When users have their life challenges, they come to wisdomwho.ai and then they can talk to the AI their life challenges, and then wisdomwho.ai will use the ancient wisdom to provide the solutions and to provide the root cause why they are facing this kind of life challenges. And then it also used the AI to provide a personalized and the most effective learning pattern for the users to to understand or to learn more about the life wisdom. And also, it also used the AI to provide a personalized learning schedule. For example, you automatically schedule their timetables if the user is not available, and then you automatically adapt to the user's timetable. The most importantly is the motivational support. For example, if there's a daily wins, it helps users to celebrate the daily wins so that everyone will be in a very good mood every day. But if there's any consistencies happens, so it also motivates the users to come back to their daily routine so that it guarantees the consistent daily actions to make sure that the future is better. Um, So currently we're on the MVP stage. This is the website I built. Users ask the ask the large language model about their life challenges, and then we also provided the different dimensions of the Chinese ancient wisdom to provide the solutions and then to provide the root cause. For example, I put the first one as I Ching. I Ching is the first and foremost Chinese ancient classic. It tells people what stages you are in and what are the solutions for that. So it's super powerful. And then the second one I put it there is the Dao De Jing. That is also talking about the laws of the rules. It helps users to understand the laws of the universe so that they can apply the laws of the universe into their daily life. The third one is the art of war. That talk about the strategies for the life is so also important. It's not only about the war. We can also ask any questions. For example, if you have any issues with your relationship, you can ask the art of the war. It will provide the strategies for you to tackle your relationship problems. So it's also very powerful. This is the example that I found online, like someone talk about the midlife crisis. I didn't read them. I don't know what is the life challenges. I just want to test the market. So I copy paste the life challenges into our website, and then I copy paste back to the user about the solutions provided by the art of the war. So it did the situation analysis, and then it talked about the strategic principles, and then it also have some like actual actionable items for the users. And then this is the feedback I got from the user. Wow, this is awesome. Thank you. So, so this is because right now I'm still testing the market. This is how this is why this is how I try to find out whether this is helpful or not. This is the competitors analysis. So with our daily growth AI companion actually combines the deep Chinese ancient wisdom and the Western success philosophy and AI motivational support. So this is kind of the very unique product. It is a little bit different with current personal development website or any habit tools. Now it is my background. I have the PhD in AI. I got my PhD from Monash University, Australia, and then I have over 10 years of work experience in AI. I also founded an online education platform a few years ago. During my first startup journey, I realized that the inner strength of the founder actually decided the up limit of the startup. So basically, our tool is try to build up the inner strength for everyone, so that the external world will be changed, or there. In other words, the up limit of the inner strength actually decides the up limit of the external world. So that's why I built the wisdomwho.ai. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. Question?
Is there any chance that the ancient Chinese wisdom authors would say, for the love of God, don't use AI?
I did ask the same question to Lao Tzu in my dream before. I did ask the permission whether I can utilize ancient Chinese to help people, and they say yes to me in my dream.
I'm just curious, like, do you only use like one specific kind of like, I know you said you try to infuse both like Western philosophy and like ancient Chinese wisdom, but are you doing like Taoism or Confucianism, or do you plan on having like subsections like separated, like in which a user can select which one they're leaning towards, or just
Yes,
curious?
so I think this is the UI we have so far. I selected the mainstream ancient Chinese wisdom because different theory they will provide different dimensions. So like this one, I Ching, Dao De Jing, and Art of the War, but we do have a lot more on our website. So users can see different dimensions. Yeah.
Thank you. Two questions. First one is, sometimes you you meet people who will be closed off because you're saying Chinese, and let's say I'm interested in Arab poets and what they said, or I'm interested in Western philosophers and what they said. So, do you, as a product strategy, do you want to just stick on Chinese philosophers, or do you want to open it so you can get a wider audience? That's the first question. And the second one is actually a suggestion. Probably when printing an output, you might also want to add a instance of acknowledging the feeling, the way ChatGPT does. Like, I understand you are feeling this way. This is what Sun Tzu says.
Okay, so for the first question, I'm the person who actually interested in the ancient wisdom, not only from China, but I do listen to, for example, Indian ancient wisdom sometimes. So for current stage, I'm focused on the Chinese ancient wisdom and the Western success philosophy, because one is for the mindset, another one is for the actionable items, like it's for the action. So I combine them together. It actually completes the framework, like complete the simple cycle. But in the future, I do want to include other ancient wisdom as long as that's useful. I know that they're useful, but for this current stage, I just include them. And then for the second question, um, in our website is about the AI Sage. So it's not about large language model talking, it's about Confucius is talking, or you can choose different AI Sage. So you can choose Lao Tzu or the Art of the World author. So they are talking by themselves.
Understood.
Hi, I just have one simple question. Do you plan to monetize it? Do you have plans to monetize it? Like
monetize it,
like putting on like revenue on this project?
Yes, of course. I'm building the company. Yes, I'm trying to. So right now, because this idea is from my mind, so I am the first customer. I found out it's very useful for me. It's helping me every day, but I need to test the market. So right now, I'm on the product market fit stage.
Okay.
So considering that there have been AIs that have had issues in terms of, I guess, encouraging the wrong thing. I'm sorry, I don't like pictures. Thank you. Um, so like for example, like people who are depressed and with suicide ideation or things like that. Like, what kind of guardrails would you have in terms of like someone who is upset because they're trying to dominate another person or bully or even, other things that really should not be encouraged.
So right now, because it's on the MVP stage, I'm not actually designing the algorithm by myself. I'm just using temperature as 0 to minimize the hallucination. But in the future, I think if the product is actually very popular, and then I think I'm going to work on to improve the algorithms.
Okay. More questions or no? Well, I guess that's
Okay,
all the
thank
question,
you.
but you can still hang out a little bit and speak too. Thank you so much, Veronica, and thank you again, Ahmed, Yash, and the rest of all the speakers who spoke today. So thank you, and let me see what else. I think that's pretty much it. And we all wish you a very happy holiday season that's coming up. And thank you so much. And let us know what you think of the format we have. And I'm still hoping we can do another event that's more about unconference. We can all talk about some topics that matter to you and then have breakout sessions about it. I'm gonna probably now it gives me idea. Maybe I'll do a survey, just a brief survey, asking for your input, the type of events that you will find to be interesting and the kind of, let's say, industry too that you're interested in, and we can try to cater it more for what you're looking for as well. But thank you so much again, and yeah, so hope to see you again. Thank you.